Ever wondered what happens when you leave your phone charging overnight? It's a common practice for many to ensure a fully charged device ready to take on the demands of the day. But what does this habit mean for your phone's health, battery longevity, and even safety? That's what we're here to explore today. In the age of digital dependence, understanding the implications of our charging habits is crucial. It's not just about the immediate gratification of 100% battery level, but also about the long-term effects on our devices. This video aims to provide a balanced view on the pros and cons of overnight charging, arming you with the knowledge to make informed decisions. We'll delve into the benefits, the potential drawbacks, and even some safety considerations, all in pursuit of answering that burning question: to charge or not to charge overnight. So let's dive into the pros of charging your phone overnight. Many of us charge our phones overnight for convenience, but what are the benefits? We're diving into the pros of overnight charging, and the first one is pretty obvious: waking up to a fully charged phone. Imagine this. You've had a long day, and the last thing you want to do in the morning is wait for your phone to charge. With overnight charging, you can hit the snooze button without worrying about your phone's battery level. You're ready to tackle the day with a device that's at full capacity, from morning emails to bedtime scrolling. Next up, we have the luxury of not having to worry about charging during the day. We've all been there. You're in the middle of a busy day and your phone's battery icon turns red. Not the best situation, right? By charging your phone overnight, you eliminate this worry. You have a full battery to last you through the day, so you can focus on what really matters. Now let's talk about those late night hours. For the night owls among us, the ability to use the phone throughout the night is a big plus. Whether you're catching up on a show, scrolling through social media, or reading a book on your device, overnight charging ensures your phone won't die on you. You can enjoy your late-night activities without the constant fear of your battery running out. And here's a bonus. Overnight charging can also be a good way to keep track of your phone. Instead of leaving it somewhere it might get lost or damaged, you know exactly where it is, on the charger, safe and sound. However, charging your phone overnight isn't all positives. It's important to remember that every coin has two sides. While the convenience and peace of mind are great, there are also some potential downsides to this practice. So let's explore the cons. Despite the convenience, overnight charging can have some negatives. Let's take a look. One of the most significant drawbacks of leaving your phone plugged in all night is the potential for a shortened battery life. Modern smartphones typically use lithium-ion batteries, which have a finite number of charge cycles. A charge cycle is defined as the process of charging a battery from 0 to 100% and then discharging it back to 0. So if you're constantly keeping your phone at 100% by charging it overnight, you're essentially using up these cycles faster, leading to a shorter overall battery lifespan. Next, let's talk about overheating. When your phone is charging, it's normal for it to get a little warm. However, charging your phone overnight could potentially lead to overheating, especially if it's covered with a case or placed on a soft surface like a bed or a couch, which can trap heat. Overheating not only damages your phone's battery, but can also affect the phone's performance and even its physical integrity. Finally, although it's quite rare, there's an increased risk of fire when charging devices unattended for long periods, particularly if using a faulty or non-approved charger. This is because a fault in the charger or the phone could cause the device to catch fire, which could be disastrous if it happens while you're asleep and unaware. Now, it's important to note that these risks are generally quite low, especially with modern smartphones that have systems in place to prevent overcharging and overheating. However, they're still worth considering, especially if you're using an older phone or a non-approved charger. So, should you charge your phone overnight? Well, it depends. It's a balance between the convenience of waking up with a fully charged phone and the potential downsides we've just discussed. Ultimately, the decision is yours. In the next section, we'll discuss some tips to minimize the risks associated with overnight charging, so stay tuned. To charge or not to charge overnight, that is the question. Indeed, the answer to this question isn't as straightforward as you might think. It's not a simple yes or no, but rather it depends on several factors. Your personal preferences, the type of phone you have, and your daily usage patterns can all influence whether charging your phone overnight is a good idea for you. Imagine the scenario where you're the kind of person who's always on the go, using your phone for everything from emails and social media to video calls and streaming. In this case, waking up to a fully charged phone could be a huge plus. Charging overnight ensures you start your day with a full battery, ready to tackle whatever comes your way. However, if you're someone who values long-term battery health above all else, you might want to think twice before plugging in your phone for the night. As we've mentioned before, extended charging periods can potentially lead to a shorter overall battery lifespan. This is especially true if your phone already has a high battery capacity or if it tends to heat up during charging. Now let's consider the type of phone you have. Some modern smartphones are designed with smart charging technologies. These features can slow down the charging process when the battery reaches a certain level, usually around 80%, effectively reducing the risks associated with overnight charging. So, if your phone is equipped with such technology, charging overnight could be less of an issue. In conclusion, whether you should charge your phone overnight really depends on what's most important to you. Do you prioritize convenience and a full battery to start your day, or do you value the longevity of your battery life? Your answer to these questions will guide your decision. If you do decide to charge overnight, there are ways to minimize the risks. But we'll get into those in the next scene, so stay tuned. If you can't resist the convenience of overnight charging, here are some tips to keep your phone safe. Firstly, always use the original charger provided with your phone. Chargers are not one size fits all. Different devices require different levels of power, and using a non-original charger can lead to overcharging, overheating, or even battery damage. So stick with what's been designed for your device. Secondly, try not to charge your phone beyond 80%. Modern smartphones are intelligent enough to stop charging when they reach 100%, but constantly charging to full can cause unnecessary strain on the battery. Instead, aim for a sweet spot between 20 and 80%. This range is often referred to as the battery health zone and can help prolong the life of your phone's battery. Thirdly, avoid charging your phone in extreme temperatures. Heat is one of the biggest enemies of lithium-ion batteries, which are commonly used in smartphones. Charging your phone in a hot environment can cause the battery to overheat, leading to decreased battery life and performance. On the other hand, charging in a very cold environment can also have adverse effects. Ideally, charge your phone in a cool, dry place. Lastly, try not to use your phone while it's charging. When you use your phone while it's charging, the battery gets warm, and when you're charging overnight, that's a lot of unnecessary heat for your phone. This can lead to overheating and, over time, can reduce the overall lifespan of your battery. So there you have it, 4 simple but effective tips to minimize the risks associated with overnight charging. While the convenience of waking up to a fully charged phone is undeniable, it's important to understand that our charging habits can significantly impact the longevity and performance of our phones. Remember, taking care of your phone's battery can extend its life and keep it performing at its best. Charging your phone overnight can be a matter of convenience versus longevity. We've looked at the benefits of having a fully charged phone ready to go in the morning, but also the potential downsides like a shortened battery lifespan, overheating, and even increased fire risks. It's clear that the decision to charge overnight is a personal one, influenced by your own habits, needs, and the specific characteristics of your phone. We've also shared some tips to help reduce the potential risks if you do choose to charge overnight, such as using the original charger, not charging beyond 80%, avoiding extreme temperatures, and not using your phone while it's charging. Remember, knowledge is power, and being aware of these pros, cons, and precautions can help you make an informed decision. In the end, it's up to you to decide what's best for your phone and your lifestyle. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more tech insights.